Because Daniel Day-Lewis is coming back, everybody, to acting. And that leads me to our featured story of the night. Milkshake, and we have 5 milkshakes, and all the milkshakes bring people to the boys and the towers and the street. I don't know what the fuck that is. But Daniel Day-Lewis coming back, everybody, which we knew he was going to. In 2017, we did the Phantom Thread. He said he was done. That was it. He's retiring forever. And he's coming back. Well, this makes sense why he's coming back now, especially because him and Focus Features and Plan B are developing this new project being directed by the very first time by his son, Ronan Day-Lewis. So it's one of those things, you ask me, it's probably a situation where his kid wants to be a director and he's like, let's do a movie together. They wrote the screenplay together, father and son working side by side. It makes sense. Your kid wants to get in the business. Why would you not do that? You're fucking Daniel Day-Lewis. Everyone's groaning in Hollywood right now because like, fuck, we're going to lose the Oscar next year. That's what everybody's groaning about right now because he's going to come in, he's going to win the Oscar and his son's going to be fucking on stage with them. It's going to be a lovely event and it's going to be amazing, but he can't stop. He'll never stop. And I think that he shouldn't retire. I mean, he can retire. He shouldn't ever retire. But this movie is going to explore the intricate relationships between fathers and sons and brothers and the dynamics of familial bonds on top of that. So then again, the last one he did was Paul Thomas Anderson's Phantom Thread. I'm excited to see him come back. I love him. I think he's a great fucking actor. I can say everyone's groaning because I think, again, at the end of the day, people are upset because every time Daniel Day-Lewis pops up, he like wins the Oscar and everyone's mad because they're like, what the fuck? Why is he back again? I thought he was gone. Where's my opportunity? Where's my Oscar? and that's just something that happins, right, Mike? I see you laughing, but Mike, what do you think? Yeah. Is this going to shake the wavelengths of the industry right now?
Get your game up, guys. Like he's raising the level. You got to get there with him. It's a skill issue. Although I wouldn't want to go up against him in an acting competition myself, so I can understand it.
Dude, I wouldn't either. But do you think that like this makes sense? Like his son and him. Do you think it's just a thing where they wanted to do a project together? He came to his dad's like, "Come on, Dad, let's just make this together one time."
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
I drink it up. Brian, this puts me in mind of I was cruising through Netflix the other day, like looking for sitcoms that I hadn't seen, and there's some show from just like 2022 with Jamie Foxx that has a season of some just like crappy middle of the road sitcom, and I'm like, why the hell is Jamie Foxx doing this? But I look it up, and it's because he wanted to, produce something with his daughter. So he's spending time with family. This is not acting. So I can understand why he would do that in that context. With Daniel Day-Lewis, he said he was gone. He was going to go make shoes, be a cobbler or a cobbler, right?
He did that for years.
If he's half as good at making shoes as he is at acting, this is a major loss to the cobbler community. He's so good, Brian. I know. Everybody always says why you say you're retiring, because you have the opportunity to just not. You can just not work and then pick it up. I did look on the on IMDb because this movie was actually written by Daniel Day-Lewis and his son.
His son, yeah.
So I wanted to see if Daniel Day-Lewis had any other writing credits. He does not. So, presumably discussions with his son, we would have had to come up with a good story for them to want to make this. But he's that particular area of his skill set is as yet untested. So I'm holding out hope. But more than anything, I just hope a father and son get to spend some quality time together, have a little bit of fun.
Sort of get thirsty himself. I get that though, Mike. I think that it probably is one of those things where they said, "Oh, your dad, your dad's gonna be in it. Okay, cool. Here's the money. Let's go.
Yeah,
Daniel Day-Lewis to come out.
Yeah."
Done, and you're right. There'll be family time together, which will be fantastic for him, and that takes a lot. Maybe it'll like get him excited about being back in the business again and get him back to acting more. But who knows? He's been enjoying retiring. I saw someone ask like, why to retire? Because he was a cobbler. He wanted to do other things with his life. He said he wanted to learn new professions, and that's why he walked away multiple times in his career.
But you don't have to retire. You don't have to, because you don't have to retire to go spend more time with your family. If
you don't have
you can just bring your family to work with you.
Yeah. Right? I mean, luckily he's in that position. A lot of us aren't in this business, you know, but some people are. I mean, some people are. There's like you know, Denzel Washington's kid. You know, he's out there too. There is a bunch of. Yeah, there's a bunch of people in nepotism that's out there.
Nepo babies are coming on hot, aren't they?
Sometimes they're great for a reason, sometimes they're not. But I do love him, and I think he's a great actor. Carter, I know you're also like out there working on your craft all the time. Is Daniel Day-Lewis an inspiration for you? Are you happy he's back? Are you a little bit pissed off too? Like, hey man, back off. I need more opportunities ourselves.
My good man, I am ecstatic that he's back. He's definitely someone who is like the epitome of everything that you want in an actor. He commits, and he can definitely inspire the next generation, Gen Z, the Gen Alphas, etc., of some magnificent mountains of influence. And I think that's what Daniel Day-Lewis gives to every single character that he portrays. It's really a unique thing. It's a really beautiful thing. And to see him back in Hollywood doing what he does best is absolutely incredible. It's heartwarming. It's magnificent in every way. So, hey, I mean, he's the guy to like really be inspired by.
Yeah, man. Do you think that this will like give him that itch though? You know, you're an actor, you get that itch once in a while. You're like, do you think this would like make him be like, oh fuck, I want to do more. I want to do more. Because I don't know. They're not saying he's like the main person. I'm guessing he's probably the main person in this. But do you think this will like get him back in there? So like all of a sudden he's signing on with some of the greats too to make some big movies?
Knowing Daniel Day-Lewis's track record, you never know. But looking at and observing the characters that you put up on the screen, it's like, wow. I mean, look at what he has done. The people he's played, you know, the My Left Foot character, Lincoln, etc. I mean, wow. I mean, just what a dynamic actor. Just what a phenomenal range. So if you're looking for, that's right, kids, if you're looking for influence from a great actor, Daniel Day-Lewis is the one you want to look up. Don't just Google him, Wikipedia him, IMDb him, etc. You will not be disappointed.
Gangs in New York is another great one too, Captain Action. I think, you know, the thing is like there might be some people that don't really know who he is because like Phantom Thread didn't do that well. And I think that at that point, he still was fantastic in it, but I think that he kind of trickled off. There might be like a new generation for Daniel Day-Lewis to actually, you know, help and influence and maybe help people like Timothée Chalamet make it a little bit better. I'm not trying to hate on Timothée Chalamet. Not trying to hate on him. He just gets all the roles in Hollywood.
Don't worry.
I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm excited he's coming back. That's just I'm excited. Lexi, are you excited, or do you think again that he should have stayed retired? All actors say they're going to retire, but they don't most of the time. He's one of those people that actually seem like he might. But do you think that this is a good thing he's coming back to Hollywood, or are people going to be a little upset about it?
Is Daniel Day-Lewis one of like the greatest actors? Like, absolutely, he's iconic. He has a long listing catalog of phenomenal works. Gen Z and Gen Alpha in particular don't give a fuck. They're not going to watch his movies. They're not going to watch any of these movies because they don't watch movies. They don't watch these movies because we don't market these movies to them, because they don't watch movies in the theater. They don't participate in that. Hollywood hasn't figured out how to market to them. So Daniel Day-Lewis coming back, this is excitement for the boomers and the millennials who are excited, who grew up with him. That's all that's excitement for. This is a Nepo baby film, and he's making a movie with his kid, and he's coming back to make a movie with his kid. So he's not coming back to work with a big director who's respectable, who has popped out some quality piece of film that they've gone, hey man, you'd be really good for this. And he's like, okay, I will come back for this. He's helping his kid out. 50-50 on this will be good or not. But we know that it will immediately be better and sell better because Daddy's involved.
He's in it.
Plain and simple. Yeah. And that's immediately going to pump and sell this film no matter what. It immediately, right off the bat, just to an older crowd, because we're all familiar with him. We're all sitting here right now having a conversation with him. Zac Efron is an incredibly talented character actor. Why are we not investing in him? Pattinson is a phenomenal actor. Why are we not investing in him? Why are we sitting here and then going, you know what, we should invest in this, and what, you should come out of retirement. You went and chose to retire a long time ago, and the system has moved on quite a bit without you. And if you want to come back, there's always going to be a place for you, because Hollywood will always have a place for Daniel Day-Lewis. Just the same
always have a seat at the table.
Any major actor, just like when Jet Li decided he wanted to retire, and like, oh, never mind. Just like when every actor says, oh, I'm going to retire. Oh, never mind. Because that's what they do. Whenever they retire and then they like start helping their kids or any of this kind of shit, they just can come back whenever they want. I don't think anybody needs to be scared about Daniel Day-Lewis coming in and thumping the Academy Awards and winning. But I mean, if he does, it wouldn't surprise me because the awards are rigged. So I don't think anybody like sits and watches those and thinks that those awards are like legitimate. It's the same as the Grammys. Grammys are the most bullshit award ceremony I've ever seen in my entire life. Nobody actually listens to that, right? Like nobody thinks Britney Spears deserves 1 billion Grammys for the work that she didn't do, right? Like, are you fucking kidding? Like none of that
I know
music
Eminem was
is
talking
Grammy
shit about
award-winning music. Like it's not actually good music. Real talented musicians. Like the fact that Santana won their first Grammy for doing a song with Matchbox 20 says a lot about the Grammys, right?
That does say a lot about the Grammys.
I mean, I have a lot to say about that, and I don't think that the Oscars
It's
are
a
any
business.
different.
Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a business.
And so
It's also like giving people props once in a while. They wait a long time sometimes, and it's like, oh, let's give you props now. You've been in the business for a long time, so here's some props. You know,
Why
I
are
think
we-
Day-Lewis. It's hard to ignore
Why are we
him.
so negligent of all these talented younger actors who came up who are in there like
They haven't earned their way yet, Lexi.
they have earned their way. Who the fuck hasn't earned their way? At least some of these people are like in their 30s now. Some of these people are like in their 20s. Zac Efron's phenomenal. He is one of the greatest modern character actors I've ever seen. His ability to adapt to a role is phenomenal. He is just as good as Daniel Day-Lewis as far as I'm concerned. You let him grow and develop his craft? How is he not?
It depends who you're up against, though. That's what it comes down
But
to.
you're waving at me, GR, because with like,
You're off
like
topic. That's
insane.
why.
I'm not off topic. We're talking about
We got anything that has nothing to do with Daniel Day-Lewis and his comeback. That's you ranting about a character actor you like.
No.
I'm sorry. This is
I'm
Brian.
saying that there's no value in bringing back Daniel Day-Lewis when there's other equally good character actors that we can bring in and do those roles.
not a character.
We don't need him.
Say
He's a character
Zac
actor.
Efron.
Daniel
Saying Zac
Day-Lewis
Efron
is
is as good as
absolutely a
Daniel
character
Day-Lewis is
Not saying
pretty
that.
crazy.
He's
I
gonna
gotta
do
say,
that. This is about Dan.
I like Zac Efron. I like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Give
I
him a
just think that
chance.
yeah, give other people a chance. Always, young actors should get opportunities for the Oscar. And I
That's what
think
I'm
that
saying.
someone comes in though.
I'm not sitting here saying that Zac Efron is Daniel Day-Lewis. That's not what I said. I said he has the capacity to get to that level if you give him a chance. So does Pattinson. So do all of these people. But I don't think Charlemagne does. I don't think that he does. Like I'm genuinely sitting here, like as someone who studies film. I have 2 fucking degrees in film. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Like
And
Daniel Day-Lewis is a character actor. He is a character actor. His entire career is built on fucking character acting. He's a character
All the
actor.
time.
So
Yeah.
yes, he will come back as a character actor. And yes, like there are better character actors coming up now that we can use that we don't need to bring a guy who's in his fucking 70s back to do these roles unless there are roles specifically suited to 70-year-old character actors.
And that's the point that I'm saying. There's people out there like that, Lexi, that say like we have other people that are on the rise. They have opportunity. Daniel Day-Lewis shouldn't come in here and steal the Oscar for like no reason. But I think every time he comes, he brings a fucking solid performance that the Academy goes, well, how do we not give it to Daniel Day-Lewis? And then
But
people
they say the
suffer.
same thing about all
Other
of Christopher Nolan's films too, and they're not all that fucking good either. So here we are.
I still love Nolan. I know you hate Nolan. I love
I
Nolan.
can't stand Christopher Nolan. He's a fucking
I know.
terrible director.
I love him. I love him so much. Don't mess with Nolan. Don't mess with Nolan. Carter, as an actor though, too, do you agree with like what Lexi's saying? Is that there's other actors that could have opportunity that don't have opportunity because Daniel Day comes back?
Once again, that's debatable. I'm just optimistic for the fact that Daniel Day-Lewis is back in the spotlight in this way. Yes, there are some fantastic actors like Zac Efron. Of course, I believe that he's very, very talented. I have an amazing admiration for him after the High School Musical. I think that Robert Pattinson is actually fantastic as well. I do believe that he has a magnificent range. Everybody that we've mentioned throughout this the show so far, they're all phenomenal. They're all dynamic in their own ways. So there's always time for for the politics of it, but there's also a time to really respect and admire the individuals themselves who have dedicated their lives to their crafts and to this energy and to entertainment in general. So.
Fuck yeah, Carter. I agree with you too. It's God, all these actors have so much opportunity and they're great and their crafts are growing. And Daniel Day-Lewis has only been a person that's kind of like set the stage for this too, for people to have this opportunity and showcase what we can actually do out there. And we can be fucking great and show people that you can be amazing in different roles all the time. Be the same character all the time.
I just had a thought, Brian, which is that wasn't Daniel Day-Lewis's assistant was one of the actors from Succession, right? The eldest son. Yeah, I can't remember the actor's name. But yeah, he was Daniel Day-Lewis's assistant. So and he became an incredible actor and artist. Yeah. So I'm wondering maybe being under the Daniel Day-Lewis wing will provide the lift that this project needs to get off the ground.
And it's funny you say that because I remember I started watching Succession just recently, and I was like, I saw that guy. I'm like,
something Irons. Sorry,
not Jeremy Irons, but there's an Irons.
Who is it? Sorry,
but I was like, oh, where'd this guy come from? That makes sense. He was in the business through Daniel Day, and he found his way in, and he's had an acting opportunity. It's amazing. That happens.
Jeremy Strong. That's who it is.
Yeah. Well, nobody is Daniel Day-Lewis at the end of the day, I think, and he's that kind of person that's always going to come in there and fuck shit up for other bit. Everybody's always like, oh, we're against Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh, fuck, we're against Daniel Day-Lewis. All the actors, if they beat him, they're like, I fucking beat Daniel Day-Lewis? What the fuck, guys? How the fuck it happened? Oh, God damn, fuck, us. It makes you feel good about yourself as an actor, I think, if you beat him for an Oscar. That's all I'm going to say. But he's coming back. I guarantee what you're saying, Mike. And Lexi and Carter, it's going to only make some big presence in this film. And it's going to make people watch it, put the eyeballs on it, because people want to see him back on the screen, and he's back after so long. And it's only going to help his son make his star meter rise up on IMDb. And I'm interested. I'm like, oh, young director, but you know what? I'll check it out. Young directors are great. And you got Daniel Day-Lewis. Maybe some of that talent trickled into his pores. And now he's going to throw on the screen. And we're going to love it so much and be excited about this movie. Maybe. Or it could be a bomb.
Nepo babies. So fucking sick of them.
They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
They certainly are. They're taking over, aren't they?
I gotta say, though, Daniel Day is back. And then that's that. And that's it.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.